The show begins!
Water from hot springs has magical powers to heal your body and soul.
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds? Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Isn't that Charlotte?
I see. So you...
Absolutely, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using... Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case...
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get... Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here. Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel...
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, well, not to worry. 10 or so years ago...
Wow.
Precisely. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor. But this guy did not
Yeesh.
not a magician named Caesar. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a hoard. Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this one.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote. 3 days from now, when
This is, without a... what once seemed like an...
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value... Really?
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that... Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes... something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Lenny!
Magic, magician, Caesar! The Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lenny! You see, the original Phantom Thief...
Are you serious?
Oh, relax! My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. No way! I'm not guessing. Take a guess. I'll take a guess.
Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called
Really? Then, what am I thinking?
Well, first you need to...
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You snuck out from home today,
You can tell?
Of course.
All right.
Hey, Lenny?
Why, hello. We meet again.
Well, why don't you get...
Oh, please. You didn't believe that
I'm sure that child would beg.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess, but that, plus the fact... You guys, on the other hand...
Wow. Got it in one...
Wait, really? His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around...
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Lenny, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest,
Angry?
you read his letter.
Huh. What are the chances? Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you?
Well, if he is, then his warn... And if he's not, the mere mention of the week... But I've been prepared...
Really? So what you're saying is,
To be honest, I'm not...
You're being far too modest.
Thanks for the compliment. A lot of people like... Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower. Just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
It's gone!
That's the question. Where did it go? Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
A surprise? Let me see! It's right there! But how? You haven't moved this whole time!
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lenny, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate. Clearly, magic is the superior art form to...
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
I can imagine. Coming back to your for example, magician, but you
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. It sounds like...
Well noted. Please feel free. If there's nothing else, I'll be off.
So, Lenny... Aw, you feel it too, right? So itchy!
Not so itchy then. Well, since...
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done. Shall we go for it?
The first thing we need to look into is, but if he wasn't the weasel? And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée, we should make a move. Let's go. Sorry, I bumped into the traveler.
It's been a while, and we're working as Lenny's temporary.
Thank you.
So, what's the situation?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she's...
How bizarre. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Excuse me, good sir.
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiancée?
I'm just trying to get a hold of...
Yeah, she does. Poor. Ever since Caesar passed away, I asked her what she was... She knows he's gone.
She's been doing this?
I'll bet. I don't know if if I'm honest. I think this is all so... Anyway, well, that's everything I...
All right, well, thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of... But what if? Just hypothetically, I mean.
Called it.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one...
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it.
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. He was a great magician. I was right up close and...
I saw him perform. Sometimes he...
Huh. He doesn't...
But after he died, there were also rumors. As I'm sure you know, the
Whatever the case, now that the weasel is back, I bet Gemma must be... No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Wait. It looks like she's injured.
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid, we mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How about...
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
My name is Linny, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the
The Weasel posted a warning. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're... I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you.
I...
Huh.
No.
Got it. All right.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely...
That's fair. We're just a bunch of In any case, I doubt... Over here.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see... Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. Today we'll be looking into a... When Caesar passed away before long, I had to pull...
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble...
Oh, forget the pleasantries. Just sit.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Lenny stroking his ego.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related. Yesterday morning, I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the weasel and he's been dead for 10 years.
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up.
Possibility, it's... The weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do...
Oh, sir, my pride is a...
Your pride?
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's...
What would that accomplish?
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Renzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that.
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on. You can't be all busy.
If I wanted your life advice...
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! Edmondo. This is your first... and he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being...
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you... I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces and
Totally. He's gotta be
I think so too. That guy Edmondo seemed... You okay there?
Oh, I said way too much back there, didn't I?
So he was serious about.
Hey! Don't go prying and
What kind of...
don't even ask. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is. That's not a good sign.
And there he goes.
Shh. Don't say anything and don't look back.
The miming echo in song!
This realm is truly beginning to thrive. I cannot help but be stirred. If you ever have...
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
So you're Linny. And where's your Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister! Who sent you, huh?
Save your question.
Looks like we can. Now, I'm not the.
Don't worry,
Transfixed!
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Come on, let's scram!
hurry, wise guys! We ain't through it! Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something about, it sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic, and they've already done it to someone else, but who? You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and she acted like she had something to hide. Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because those guys had threatened her.
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
It should be fine. I'm sure it'll get resolved.
Gemma?
You again.
We just ran into them, so you can relax.
That's putting it mildly. It's been 10 long... How do I know I can trust you?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but because you see, this is a personal matter.
Okay.
I've heard that Caesar used to... Do you know where it is?
The Fluvissonde. I also know that the...
Understood. Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm
I mean, bon appetit, but stay sharp too.
Okay. All right.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first. There we go. It should... And voila!
So this was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Step right up. Lay to bear.
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing. There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look. These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
Got it. We're supposed to find the box that lit up at the start, right? There should be another wish list inside. Let's keep trying.
Yeah.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe, aha!
A secret...
I'm a magician too, and it looks pretty big and... Now disappear! Let's get this show on the road!
Why have you stopped, Lenny?
It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on. If anyone makes a major
All right, see ya! Seems like we can't step on the same tile twice. Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh? looks thick as a brick! Let's take a peek and...
At one of my shows, as a joke, so I told them I wound up saving very little this month. But 2 children came to talk. Anyway, I told them that it's nearly time. I once overheard it's only been they're very tough. They hide things. That's the thing about I can sense that they're lying after thinking things over. I decided PPS. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Oh, Caesars. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately. But surely he's not upset that I agree. I have a good feeling about those kids. They have all sorts of fantastic... They wanted to call me with time. Gemma thinks so.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Linny and Lynette. So did they meet Caesar when they were...
Hold that thought.
Fishy?
All in good time. Before we go over our... First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their... Oh no! Is that...
Very vivid description.
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the... Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking. The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. He fell right to the ground from the highest, and no one else has...
So Caesar's fake Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person. Wait a second.
Glad you asked. That brings... This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed. Once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up and from where they're standing, at this point, he then escapes through this trapdoor onto the...
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
Well, there's a little more to it than that. There's the falling dummy, the many days and nights of Caesar was...
So, how did it...
I can make a pretty good... I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was used...
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box, because a magician can't afford to have their most big... But a the essence of magic, and so... But in his most stressful and Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a... But I'm sure he was confident. So he opened the compartment, much like when you reach for your key instinctively, with the stakes being as high as they were.
When in reality, someone But how would they be...
It would have to have been someone who... Isn't that right?
You just couldn't let There's not a lot of people who'd go to all... But I gave you...
You mean Gemma?
Yes, although... Which is why you can't leave this...
I'm fine. Overruled. Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed. A round of applause. And voila!
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help. I think it's high time you
If I had a Mora for every time you've said that, man. He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made...
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. He poured everything into his but the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their and with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me, and it would destroy me. I had to kill him. There was no other way. He had to go.
And this was your...
It was reason and...
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors.
In love with Gemma, don't be...
Guess I was wrong about that.
I am. Caesar was so strict with me. He insisted that his way was... I never bought into any of that.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal...
That's just how it looked from the outside. I stole cheap things.
So, that's the story, huh? Well,
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wool. So be it. I've enjoyed power and...
Very well. In that case, I'll contact the guards. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop.
Lily has told me the whole... Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar? And...
Look who's finally developed a What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny?
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first.
Good point! We should go tell Gemma the...
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only...
Your third? Lynette...
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point.
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us, but...
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry, I still didn't know. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
It's okay, we understand. He did threaten you. Paimon would find it hard to trust strangers in you, but you don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's gonna be okay.
Sorry. Sorry. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's prop. I was so afraid. Thank you all.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo... to think that At least his soul can finally rest in peace now.
If only I'd realized before it was too late.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma. This isn't your fault.
Yeah, you still have the...
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing this show will be
in Caesar's honor.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No, where are we go? Wait. Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh, yeah! Lenny...
Lay to bear.
Let the world collide! Everybody stand back!
As one with wind and cloud!
time.
Commendable. Transfix. Clouds high. The birds come.
Ah, the show begins.
Paimon's excited to see another of Linny's maps!
Not this time. My brother's going solo today. So, I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the great magician Linny has prepared a spectacular show for us.
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey.
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. Caesar was a favorite, so...
Children love... and some...
Aww.
It was... Is that right? After all.
That's right.
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy.
See? Even the Phantom Weasel! Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean?
As Linny once said, but once the bag of tricks, it's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired?
What are you... Traveler Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and there will now be a the final performance will take place outside of the Opera House. So please
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places. Don't worry. This place will be...
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so this is a big mistake for a magician to make.
Lenny? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom...
All in good.
Really?
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and, of course, she could... After weighing her options, she set her sights...
So...
Being the master deceiver she was, the Weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. But as she was at her encouragement afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the Weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. 2 co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've gotta hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to... But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this...
Don't worry, Lorenz, but I never believed that he was the Weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get with a little help. Caesar was maligned, and who would suspect for one...
Wait. But why would Lorenzo agree to that?
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in your version of events, then I think having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But...
An excellent end.
Is that right?
As a matter of... Why would the...
Of course. If I... left to fend for herself after her parents died young. But she'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bin. This was her only source. Once again, she was betrayed. This was a fate too cruel for any. I detest the happy. I will rob them of...
That's some pretty...
Does this store...
Yes, it is quite to my taste.
Huh. That's right. What drove... Because without that, none of...
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, Linny. Or should I call you the...
Very sharp... Well, the most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's...
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years...
10 years? Wait... Oh, I get it. You were those 2 He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days?
We remember all our debts, however great. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, but we did not forget.
And? What exactly did you take from me?
Free? Do you really think so? Caesar once told... I think that applies to you. Life took many...
What are you trying...
I'm saying that back to Lorenzo. He knew who you were. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. But that truth is gone now. And I guarantee...
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will come...
Gather round. I'm sure you're all...
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember, but we have now learned that...
Guess that's my traveler, Paimon. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight.
Lenny, you two hit a lot for... You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Lenny said,
but what about Gemma?
she'll figure out what's better.
All right. Well...
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lenny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was...
How could he possibly...
How mysterious.
What a heart-stopping magic show! Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and
Looks like everyone really loved Lenny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Lenny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, you mean the one where... Yeah, that's... All right, let's go... Gemma was scared to death when the chain broke.
Magic is a performance art. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. Sometimes, did he regret taking Gemma and
You know?
After I joined the House of the Hearth, I told you about my past before, but I quickly realized I needed to learn. We were gifted enough.
So that's why you...
Yes. In all, we only spent, for instance, when he... But in truth, what amazed me, trust is...
Lenny...
Still worried about the way... But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the house... After Caesar went on tour, that night, I remember to keep secrets is to put up... You only realize how much...
Yeah, we've had delicious... You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind...
Exactly. It's the same... Life is... That's why the dark... Alright.
It was amazing! Lenny...
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decided...
Aw, come...
Oh, alright then. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar!
Huh?
3?
Now, have another...
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, but more importantly, Paimon has to know how to trick...
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as...
Fine!
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Name...
Is that it?
Ah, look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my I look forward.
Shall we head back down too? Let's head to the
I'm very sorry, Charlotte.
Oh, please, Lenny. Oh,
huh? What's happening?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, but just as dawn...
That was...
Too late,
Aha!
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded...
Huh. Okay. Oh, quickfire question. Where did you...
Oh, we went to the... Actually...
What?
No, I just...
What the...
Seems like... Forgive my persistence, but when... Apparently one... Alright, I guess I'll leave.
Lynette?
Don't.
Oh, really?
Phew.
Please, take good... I'd be really upset.